Good afternoon, March the 5th, 2018. Hypothetical simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have been overcompensated by the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact they are designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, we had ourselves a super day today in the Emini. We're working with different configurations on the screen. This morning we had a 71.76 buy. If you entered before the day session opened, you were long in the 75 area, I think 74.75. If you entered after the day session opened, you could have been long in the 78.50 area, give or take. Again, that was our number one support area held. Our number one support holds. We're not too interested in selling number one resistance. We will take a hard look at it at number two, which happened to be at 2,700 plus or minus. Did not get a sell sign there. So again, the trade setups, the methodology, everything protects us. We don't get freight trained or get steamrolled very often. It just doesn't happen. Okay, right here, again, when we left the E-mini on the update, I said it still looks higher to me. Don't see any real strong signs of selling. We looked at the F5 screen when we were in this area. Really no selling up there. So we come down. This was a good trade. We happened to catch that one and work our way through it as it happened. Good trades here or here. Got us down. We had identified 4 to 6 is our number 2 support off the top. We had our number 1 support in the 9 to 10 area. And I mean, everything just kind of worked out. Right here we've got a B. We get some people caught short right here. We've got a P. Pretty much off to the races thereafter. So wasn't too difficult to say. Market still looks strong to me. Could get new highs into the close. And that's exactly what did happen. Get with the profile. It can really help your trading. Okay, we've got a higher low, higher high on F1. Find a place to buy it. F2. Strong profile, strong close. We're right back up here in this. Remember we said 17, 27, and 37 on the way down were numbers we were looking at. Those numbers are kind of working out on the way up. Right here's our 27. Big day, 50-point day. Got lots of range. Anything you do will make you money as long as it's based on trending models these days. Your bracketed models don't work so well because the market's got a lot of range and it trends. We have some news tomorrow. Factory orders, minus 1.2. If the market were to close right now, we're selling 25s to 30s. 35 to 40 for sell 2. On the buy side, 19 to 21. And we'll take a look at these in the morning. Or make it 16 to 21. Don't have a lot of interest in selling right here without a retest of that high. And then 6 to 11 would be buy 2. Hopefully some of you will watch that Nova show predicting by the numbers and gain some extra confidence in the world of large numbers. And that show just flat out comes out and tells you on any given instant you don't know. But collectively, when you look at the macro, the world of large numbers, you get a very accurate prediction of the future. In certain fields, and this is one of those. Well, the Treasury sure didn't like what was going on in the E-mini today. They sold. F2 is going to show us a pretty strong B. 2 distributions. One came out of the middle area. On the note this morning, we were trying to sell the 11 to 15 area. The high is 15. Had that little recommendation in your hands at least an hour before we made our high up there at 15. So before the fact, in time, get a move out of the middle and C period, starts to move down. And we've got a very, very weak close down here. We're still bordered in a trading range. We've got buyers below 119.24, and we've got sellers basically at 120.20. So, taking a look at this area right here, 31s to 03s, sell 1, 7 to 11, sell 2. Predicting by the numbers on Nova. I'll see if I can find the link here when I get done. 25.29 buy 1, and 17 to 21 buy 2. Again, it just tells you where, when you're making predictions, the reality of what you have to deal with, and where the numbers come from, and when you see within confidence levels of such and such, and you see what a T factor is, it'll just give you a little bit more comfortable. It's basically Stat 101, but at a very high level. The examples they give you take a lot of money, a lot of bucks to put those together. Taking Down the House would be another book that you could go read that would really help you with statistics and the importance of following the rules. That's all it is, following the rules. And it's hard to do. It's easy to talk about. It's tough to do. Okay, the buck to 04, number 1, sell 7 to 11, sell 1, 15 to 19, sell 2. On the buy side, 20 to 24, number 1, 13 to 17, buy 1, 5 to 9, buy 2. Lower your IQ there. Well, actually, Rufus, that show will raise your IQ. But you really have to, if you're going to ever find some peace or get at peace with this, you're really going to have to come to grips with the world of large numbers and what it can do for you and what it can't do for you. And on any given, any particular trade, any single trade, you don't know what's going to happen. I know you hate to hear that, but it is the truth. But in the world of large numbers, on many, 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 many trades like that, you know exactly what's going to happen to you. And that's why you have to come to an understanding. Everybody thinks that the name of the game is to get a perfect entry system. Entries are easy. The thing that's tough is how long do you stay with a trade. And nobody knows. And you can't know until it's all over. But you can make your business plan, and you can come up with a robust, hardy methodology that will make you money in trending markets, or in another one that will make you one in bracketed markets. You're looking at gold, higher low, higher high, but a terrible finish. So this one, even though the F1 says find a place to buy it, the F2 screen says find a place to sell it. So, I mean, we're going to find ourselves at support, so maybe a little lower in London, 15 to 17, buy 1. We'll try to get it on the cheap. We'll put a question mark at 19. No, but boy, a scalper's problem is really, really, I mean, it's very, very difficult because you are limiting your profits, and how do you manage the stops? And you really, really have to have just a fabulous feel for that. And the way that the industry's done it is high frequency trading or electronic front running. Okay, 21 to 23, sell 1. 25, 27, sell 2. Another thing you're going to figure out over time is that as you get better at this, if you can't say higher or lower, a lot of other people can't say higher or lower too. And that yields a trading range call for the market with a longer term up or down bias. That's easy to live with. Okay, we're putting a lot of market nuance videos up on social media and other places like that. Hopefully you're picking up on some of those. Some of them are actually making it to Charlie's videos. We're trying to spend a lot of time with helping you with the profile. Okay, crude oil, very, very strong day up. And we had what I thought was pretty good resistance at 61.55. So we're back to where we were, 64 plus. 59 minus, that's a $5 range, and we're starting to push the top end. I didn't see any news that would have explained the buying today. Be nice if there were a piece of news out there, so if anybody found a piece of news that would explain the buying, share it with me, please. I think 63 is but you have to take out the step here, so I'm putting a sell 1 at 75 to 63, then 63. So we're picking up this area right in here for number 1, and we're picking up that area for number 2. On the buy side, 25 to 50 is support. The breakout, let's make it 62 even, 62.25 with a question mark at 50. Or better. Try to, and then 50 to 75 where I thought the high might be today. But if you can approach the game like you do a gaming table, and I got to put my ante up, that's your stop loss. I can't win a hand unless I'm in. What's the incentive to play? And just try to keep the emotions as calm and as damp as you can. You can do fine at this if you've got a robust methodology. And we do. You see it work day in and day out. And taking a look here at the euro, which higher low, higher high, trading up. F2 screen. I mean, we're right at resistance up here, so 23.50. So we had a 45 to 55 sell today. It did go a little bit higher, so we're at 36. So we'll just do it again. 45, 55, sell 1. Wasn't comfortable. 75.85, sell 2. On the buy side, we'll make 15 to 25, buy 1. And 22.90, 23 even, buy 2. Trying to keep our stuff understandable and not take it to a rocket surgeon's level of understanding. But our solution to trading is very, very elegant. I mean, it's about as stark and as simple as you can make it. And then you have to go do it. Hey, that's it for March the 5th, 2018. I will see you all bright and early in the morning. You all have a great evening. I'm out of here. Good morning. It is March the 6th, 2018. Time to kick off another trading day. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations, unlike an actual performance record. Simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under or overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, what a day yesterday. Treasuries got slammed. Equities went through the roof. Equities, the rally started because they thought the trade talks would not be as bad as being portrayed in the business news and the political news around the globe. Trump did say yesterday, if you don't want the tariffs put on Mexico and Canada, let's get to the table on NAFTA and get a deal, and they won't be there. So that was the hard piece of news that drove that. Overnight, Kim Jong-un said that they're willing to give up their nukes if we guarantee the regime and leave them alone, keep them in power. And nobody knows if they're just buying time. The last time they promised that they wouldn't develop nukes after the Clinton administration and the Bush administration supported the regime with energy and food shipments. They managed to develop a nuke program, and under the Obama administration, when they didn't feel they would be pressured for having such, they came out in the open with it. They supply Iran with parts for their missiles and nuke program, and it's rumored that they are providing the precursors for Syria's poison gas program. So we will see. Now, what we're going to deal with as traders is quite often the X and Y periods in the Globex set the low or the high, and we'll have the same problem in the Emini. So right now I believe there is a short left in the market. I started off at 27. We'll make it 29 to 01, sell 1, 3 to 7, sell 2. Would like to get it done as close to 120 as possible. On the buy side, I had 17s to 21s for buy 1. If the low is set in Globex, we'll be playing 25s or 26s. We'll put a question mark by that. Then I had 9 to 13 buy 2, and it's all predicated on whether the E-mini makes its run or not. Factory orders, I've seen minus 0.4 to minus 1.2. Econo Day has a huge following. They're carrying minus 1.2, or they were when I looked at it. So we'll go with that. So our first trade will be a sell, and we'll see if it develops from there. And eventually, ultimately today it's tied to the direction of the stock indexes. Now, the XY period, there's not a lot of volume out there. There's not a lot of buffering, so they can pretty much, the trading community and the trading desk can push the market to pretty much where they want to push it. We've got this A period low at 27. We had the rally that started the other day from 24, so this is where the market got into last night. If the market sells, that should come out. Okay, looking at this contract, so 28 to the buck, number 1, 3 to 7, sell 1, 11 to 15, sell 2. On the buy side, 20 to 24 is number 1, 13, 17, buy 1. 1 to 5 by 2. This is how lows are put in. A little double top. Double bottoms, double tops are where you pattern we expect to see. Plus or minus 1 is also common. Always something that we have to deal with. This morning I awakened to a no heat call. I've got a says a fault on the indoor unit. Call service. So feeling like we're back in the winter. We run the house. It's a little lower than we would run it in the daytime, but when the wife wakes up and gets out from underneath her down comforter, I'll have to deal with that. But I've already sent out some emails and some phone calls, so hopefully it will not be a distraction or much of one. We run the house pretty cold at night. In the winter it gets down to 60. Didn't get down to that last night. Not that cold here. Okay, gold is up. The dollar is down. The euro is up. The yen is down. Crude oil is up. Indexes are up overnight. So right here we got the attractor at 31.32. We've got this spill at 32. We are at resistance. Then the highest rotate up the other day was 34. So this market is 29 to 31 is sell 1. 34, 36 is sell 2. On the buy side, 24, 26. Picking up this area right there, buy 1. And then 20 to 22, buy 2. Gold is in a trading range, and we've had pretty good buying actually below 13.17. In the selling, the best selling's above 13.40, and we're kind of right in the middle of that right now. We'll see if 30.32 holds as resistance. As always, we like our number 2 points best. Now, the moisture continues to head well north and well to the south and east of us. So Kansas is a dry spot, and that will spill over into hard red winter wheat. It won't affect soft winter wheat, but it's something that we need to pay attention to. That can go through. Now here's our longest line of letters. We did have selling where we expected it. All the markets took off an S period this morning, so I imagine that's when the North Korean announcement was made. So 42.25, again we've got that XY problem. Put a question mark by it, sell 1. We need our setups, and 24.50 would be sell 2. We're above 24, so 125 is within reach, and that may be the trading target. Last rotate down stopped at 124, buy 1, and 375, buy 2. So this market had a P yesterday, had a B in the overnight session, as you can see. We did find sellers after they got stops above this number. Which is their job. They lose their cards, their union card, if they don't gun stops outside previous highs or previous lows. Crude is up. Peace is coming to the world. No war. Buy crude. do an S split. That's when the news hit on Korea. So here we are. Got that high right there at 63.40. Got this spill the other day, the day session from 63.50. So pointed higher. Let's go for 50 to 75. Hopefully we can get there. Get stops above 50, then 64, 64 and a quarter for sell 2. But we may have to put our first short on our 48 fade, leaning against 50. So we're going to get there. It'll be the first number that's up. Might give us a little resistance. The breakout came from this 88 area, so 75 to 63 by 1. 62 and a quarter, 62.50 by 2. APIs are out tonight. I don't think anybody pays attention to it. Saw some interesting thing on oil last night on the Canadian budget. The Canadian pipeline, Reg told us the other day that they got $35 a barrel for their crude oil. See right now that's a $30 haircut. That's a pretty wide basis. In Canada, supposedly in this article, is sitting on the funding, the approval of that pipeline, and which hurts Western Canada, hurts the economy quite a bit. And you see, it doesn't really matter to the political powers that be. I imagine Canada has a bigger green problem than the United States does. I don't know that for sure, but that would be my first guess, is that the Canadian government that's in power right now yields the floor to the green movement. Okay, right in here, got this high that we've taken out. They did their job. They got stops above that. We've got the XY problem. We've got this single print up here at 37. We've got this low at 42. So we've got 37, 42, and 50 is where our resistance is on the way up. Beneath this support, it's going to be at 25, then at 20. Then we have the low at 16. So 15 to 13, that last rotate down right there is probably where support, best support's probably at 15, give or take. Then we got 25 to negotiate. And we're at 31 right now, so we'll make our first buy 21 to 26. And we're going to be paying attention to this right now, that the high could be in 34 to 39, sell 1, 44 to 49, sell 2, and then we'll make 11 to 16 by 2, excuse me. Yesterday, again, we have this nickel spread as opposed to 2 points where our buys and sells are. Quite often we'll come back and say, yeah, well, a 2-point spread right there would have worked on that buy, but then we have a day like we had yesterday where a nickel wouldn't have saved you. It wouldn't have given you any wiggle room when the market started to move. So we are dealing with higher volatilities. That's great for us as traders. We don't mind them. In fact, we relish. We like that. But again, you have to adjust your trading for that volatility. Okay, it's going to take a while to get stuff up and posted. I'm going to get busy with that. Back with you as soon as possible.